Unmuted.
Hi there, I'm Mark Sebastian, founder of OptionPit.com, and this is the OptionPit Volatility Report reminder. This is for educational purposes only. Now, this should be considered investment advice. Options have risk. Consult your financial professional if you have questions. So, we've got ourselves quite the rally. I just want to give everybody a heads up. I'm going to be doing a webinar on trading earnings tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Be on the lookout. The registration link will be with my trade idea of the week. So if you are not on our email list, then you are not going to be able to attend tomorrow's webinar. I hope everybody has gotten themselves signed up. So here we are. The VIX is now below 10.5. This SPOOS, we kind of shook out a little bit on the open, but now we're starting to ramp up. VIX is down 0.8, S&P up 14. So we're now above where we settled. We're all the way up to 25.70, 25.74. Really nice rally. And I think we could ramp up to 20. I think we're going to see vol, VIX, everything kind of get pulled up higher. That's the way the market is kind of acting like it wants to act today. So I think you could see some serious rampage today, potentially up 20. The all-time high on the SPX we're right there. All right, the intraday high was 25.78. The high close 25.75.21. We're within a couple of points there, so don't be surprised if we make a run above 24.78. With that, you can see VIX is off. It's down to about 10.5. I think if we continue to ramp like this / kind of sit, I think you're going to see VIX futures make a run. VIX maybe to 10.25. I think the November future could make a run back at 11.60, maybe 11.50 today. There's real potential for that in the marketplace as a whole. Volatility's been kind of still stiff today. Part of the reason, if you look at Spain, so if I pull up a Spain ETF, let's see, EWP, it's down 2%. So there's the risk. There is some risk with Catalonia, but so we may take a look at that. Markets are wide, but we may take a look at that. So let's take a look. You can see Amazon up 100, Google. So Amazon's up 10%, Google's up 6%. How about Microsoft? Microsoft is up 8.8%. Microsoft is having as big of a quarter, if not bigger, than Amazon. Microsoft making a massively outsized move. All right. Other movers, Intel. Market was looking for about $1.30. We got $1.90. So a nice move out of Intel. Now, not everybody won. There are losers. All right. So take a look at energy. CVX, Chevron, Texaco, not that hot. ExxonMobil did all right, but it's off a little bit on its earnings. Nothing crazy, but it's off a little bit. So a little softness there. That's where the Dow is really taking it. And then there's some other names that are just off. Mattel missed, but it's a lot of the cruddy names. The names that stink continue to stink. The names that are loved continue to be loved. That's why they're there. JCPenney is heading toward $1. Just lots of ugliness there. $2.95. That's just nasty. I don't like it. So that's kind of the way market is structuring itself. There is stuff down, but it's all the cruddy stuff. Of like the major players, most did really well. AbbVie had great earnings, but let's talk Walgreens Boots Alliance, which may be buying Aetna. It's off on the news. It's the first time we've seen a merger off, but a mix between Aetna and Walgreens would be very beneficial to both companies. It kind of internalizes the flow. If the Justice Department will let it go, then that could be fascinating. So we're going to take a look at the vols of all the ones that are up, and we'll also take a look at the vols of the ones that are down. Some other names that are down: Expedia, just nasty earnings, so we'll play with that. You can see vols actually up. Priceline's down on that news. So just all in all those names, a lot of like the servicey names are a little soft. And so that's kind of where we see some of the kind of funny movement. I'd also point the Russell is basically unchanged. So we've got the NASDAQ up 1.3, the S&P up 0.5%, the Russell 3000 up 0.85 basis points, and the Dow and the RUT are basically unchanged. So we've got a very top-driven rally here today, but it is driving things. I think if you threw out Catalonia and maybe tax reform, we would be potentially even lower. But I think you're going to see some pressure on VIX and VIX futures today, and I will be looking to trade around it. Just seeing any other names you had American yesterday. So just a lot of names, but names reporting next week are up big. Facebook it reports next week, it's up 3.25%. Apple reports next week, it's back above 160. So all that call buying that I did at the 157 strike is looking pretty good here, folks, huh? I'm going to take some of those off. This is something I told. We did this as kind of part of building a butterfly, I believe. But that's a nice win for us. So there's a lot out there, a lot of money to be made. And so we're going to do some vol analysis and trade around it. All right, folks. If you have questions, you can email me, mark@optionpit.com, or you can call me 888-TRADE-01. Have a great day.